Jason here with Dead Lead Air, guys. Bringing you a video again today about my beautiful FX Panthera 500mm barrel. And I'm just going to tell you about what my kit is here, what all's on it, the price for what you need to just basically get started. The FX Panthera comes, without a scope on it and without a bipod, and you need to buy that stuff. And then other things that I would recommend. But before we get started, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications, guys. It doesn't cost you anything, and it's going to get you, in the future, entered in to win ammo. My FX Panthera, guys. Beautiful gun. Here it is next to the Gauntlet 30 cal. And as you can see, this is closer to the 600, well, it's right in between the 600 and 700 millimeter barrel. So that's kind of what you can gather that you're going to have for length on the bigger guns, and then throw a moderator on there. And it's kind of unwieldy, unless you're just out in the field or something. But if you're going to go move around and hunt with it, not from a bench, it's a pretty long gun. It's a full length gun. So I like the 500 for that reason. Also, it shoots pellets as well as slugs, so I do like that. Lighter weight, of course, and then we're going to be testing the other barrel when it comes in, along with this. The 500 doesn't come with the carbon fiber sleeves, but the 6 and 700 state that it comes with the carbon fiber sleeve. So we'll be upgrading this to the internal carbon fiber sleeve, and we will be putting a slug liner inside of it too. Not all the time, just for when we're testing slugs, guys. So just some information about this. I have to have my cheat sheet, guys, because I can't remember everything perfectly. So with a 250 bar fill, we get 18 shots out of this gun, and that's at 921 feet per second of a high. It averages around 915, 912-ish, somewhere around there. But I'll tell you my highs and my lows and the foot-pounds of energy. So for low, I only got this twice out of 41 shots, was 895 feet per second, and that would be 84.1 foot-pounds of energy. Okay, the high was 921, and we got this 7 or 8 times in the 41 shots, and that would be 88.9. And the 12 or 13, you're up or down 1 or 2 foot-pounds of energy in there. This is almost 89 foot-pounds of energy at 921, and it's extremely accurate. That is a 26 foot per second spread between the high and the low of 41 shots, and 6.1 the standard deviation out of 41 shots. So that's phenomenal, guys. And then the scope rings we have on here are worn ultra highs. For the mag to fit in here, we tried Leopold highs and Leopold extra highs, and the mag still wouldn't fit. It was still contacting, wouldn't fit in there. So with the 13 shot mag, wouldn't fit. So we had to go to the worn Mountain Tech ultra highs, and those are super high quality rings, guys. Worn rings are phenomenal. They're $169.99, so $170. They have stainless steel hardware, and they are 70-75 high grade aluminum, billet aluminum, so all high quality stuff there. And then did I say it came with stainless steel hardware, and hard coat anodized the aluminum is. So gonna have lots of years of good use out of these rings. And that's as far as I have to say about that. Of course, my scope is the Arkin Gen 3, or I'm sorry, Gen 2. I like to call it a Gen 3. It's not. Gen 2, and that is a 6 to 24 by 50 with a 34 millimeter tube. So if you buy these rings, you can get them in the 30 millimeter, 34 millimeter, and 35 millimeter sizes. If you're running an Arkin, you'll need 34 millimeter, but most tubes are 30 millimeter. Like this Vortex back here, this is 30 millimeter. You have some more affordable options in rings with 30 millimeter because it's more common. So just so you know, this is a $80 set of Burris rings back here, but they wouldn't work on this gun because there's just not enough rail. So don't need to go in there. So the Arkin is phenomenal. It has a 0 stop. The glass is just as clear as this Diamondback Tactical, but it has 0 stops. So there's value added there. The price points within $100 of each other. They're both 0.25 MOA, and they're both phenomenal scopes. And now they do have a 30 millimeter option in this. So for guys that want a 30 millimeter tube that already have hardware for it and so forth. So like I said, this is a $170 set of rings, so that's kind of expensive, but they're highest quality of the highest quality stuff. You know, it's right up there with other big brands. So the other thing I was going to do for you guys is weigh it as I have it kitted out, because the weight from the factory says 7.65 pounds. We're going to go ahead and weigh it on my scale here, and then we're going to go ahead and tell you what it measures out to this front cap here. I don't have a plumb bob to run a line, but you know, I'm pretty sure it's it's 41 inches. Looking down at eyeballing it was 41 inches. Let me let it balance on there. Okay. 13 pounds exactly with the way it's kitted. That's even with the chronograph. This is how I shoot it normally, with the chronograph screen and a single shot mag in it, empty, of course. And then it also has the second 0. I think those are like, this one is the 11.5 MOA. So when I flip that down, that gets me pretty much right at my 100-yard 0 with this air gun. So at 920 feet per second. So we'll go ahead and give you the length. It's going to be pretty well negligible. I guess we'll add a half a pound. Because, well, got to go back to 0 because it's an old scale, guys, for whatever reason. Quarter of a pound. So there's the weight on it, guys. Sorry, don't have a better scale. Just kind of what you got to deal with. So we'll go ahead and measure this out. Like I said, that's 41 inches. Oh yeah, pretty much dead on 41 inches. And that's with the buttstock, mind you, is all the way in. I don't have it adjusted out. And then as soon as we get this measurement, hopefully without scratching my gun up, that is 47 and a half. So 47 and a half. There you have it, guys. And that's like 600mm length on that one. So you guys can see kind of the size difference. And this can go back up here because it's not going to go back on the gun because I don't shoot it unmoderated, guys. So I just love the gun the way it is, guys. We are, like I said, going to be putting the carbon fiber liner in there. I think it'll be negligible. It's not going to add any more weight. There will be a flashlight on it for when I use it for hunting. And that's also with the Tacticam 5.0 on there. So, guys, it's a phenomenal kit. This setup here is what you guys see me filming with through the scope. The scope is super clear. The shots are super clear, easy to see. And, yeah, I love it, guys. One last thing before I go, guys. I'd like to thank Jaybird there from Texas. He's got a YouTube channel. It's called Jaybird. Boy, I forgot to write it down on my cheat sheet. But I just like to thank him. He's an awesome guy. Shout out to him because he shouts out to me every time he does a video, and I think that's awesome. He closes with my closer. God bless and keep your air dry. I most appreciate that. And guys, I will say this community as a whole, you're going to find characters like that are just wanting to help you learn the sport, send it on to the next generation, help the guys that are from other generations come into the sport, and just love to help. So if you don't have an air gun, go get one. And it doesn't have to be super expensive. This one back here is a $500 air gun. They have air guns for $200 or $300 in 22 caliber. Go get one. Become part of the PCP air gun family. They'll open up their arms and their knowledge to you and be glad to help, and I'd be glad to help as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Again, God bless, and keep that air dry.